My name's Gary Webb. I am an investigative journalist. I've been an investigative journalist for about 25 years for daily newspapers. And in 1996, I wrote a series of stories entitled Dark Alliance, which was about CIA involvement in drug trafficking. What my story showed was that the cocaine that was being sold in those neighborhoods was coming from mainly one source, and this one source was being used to finance a guerrilla war in Central America. The general idea of the CIA dealing drugs was something that the American mainstream press had never written about before, and that's why it prompted outrage among blacks, among drug reform activists, among politicians, by the CIA, by every federal agency involved in the drug war, because it showed they weren't doing their jobs, that it was a fraud.
you have the absolute right to refuse to take part in these criminal wars, and that's a right that all of you should exercise. You have no reason to go put your life on the line and kill and die for profit. We've been to Iraq, we've been to Afghanistan, and we know what these wars are really about. And we joined the military for many reasons. Because we need a college education, because we need a job, because we need health care. And then we joined the military, and they tell us that our enemies are poor people in caves in Afghanistan, or poor people in deserts of Iraq. But we've been to those countries, and we know that our enemies are not other poor people abroad. Our enemies are the people that laid us off from our jobs, that denied us health care, that make it impossible to get an education. Our enemies are not in the poorest countries on the planet, but right here in the richest one. The occupations of Iraq and Afghanistan alone are costing over $700 million every single day. This is a crime. Every single day, while so many of us are hurting, well, I think all of us here and the vast majority of people in this country would agree that we can spend $700 million a day better than bombing people that we have no reason to bomb. We can spend $700 million a day rebuilding those countries we've destroyed. We can spend $700 million a day caring for the veterans we get home when they get home, and then we can spend $700 million a day giving every single person health care, a college education, a job, and a livelihood, and a home. That's who we need to be spending our money on. But this government is not going to do that. They're not going to use the money in that way. They're not going to end the wars. And they're not going to do it because it's not our government. It's their government. It's the government of the rich. It's the government of Wall Street, of the oil giants, of the defense contractors. It's their government, and the only language that they understand is shutting down business as usual. And that's what we're doing here today, and we're going to continue to do until these wars are over. It's crystal clear now that these wars are going to continue and expand and go into other countries. That is the trend. That is what we know, that there is perpetual war, and it's only going to stop if the people stand up and stop it. And that's what we're going to do, sisters and brothers. A lot of people ask me, what do we do? Because we all know things are bad. We all see the atrocities on TV. We read about it. We experience it. People always ask, what do I do? Because we always want to know what to do. Do we vote? Do we support a politician? Do we join an organization? What do we do? Well, I'll tell you what we do. It's simple. We fight. We fight, and we fight, and we fight, and we shut down our workplaces, we shut down our schools, we shut down the streets, we shut down business as usual, and we fight until we force the people in there to do what the people out here want. Because that's how we're going to get around, and we're going to fight until there's not one more bomb drop, not one more bullet fired, not one more soldier coming home in a wheelchair, not one more family slaughtered, not one more day of U.S. imperialism. Let's fight to make that happen. We can do it today, and in the days ahead, we have to fight to end these wars and create a better world, sisters and brothers.
not in service at this time. The number you have dialed is not in service at...
To be exact, you got a right to observe the police carrying out their duties. From what I can see, you're standing 22 feet away from this man. So, brothers, ain't no law being broken.
That's right. You stay right where you are. You ain't got to go nowhere.
Is that gun loaded, boy?
Fish and game law clearly states it's unlawful to carry a live round of ammunition in the chamber of a shotgun or rifle in a vehicle.
Refer to him as officer.
Then don't you refer to him as boy.
To be exact, you got a right to observe the police carrying out their duties. From what I can see, you standing 22 feet away from this man. So brothers, ain't no law being broken.
That's right. You stay right where you are. You ain't got to go nowhere.
Is that gun loaded, boy?
Fish and game law clearly states it's unlawful to carry a live round of ammunition in the chamber of a shotgun or rifle in a vehicle.
Refer to him as officer.
Then don't you refer to him as boy.
So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to expand. I wanted to grow. And that's what this was all about, by saying, you know, no more of that. I want some more of this. I want y'all to see this. You didn't like that? Well, you definitely ain't gonna like this. So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to expand. I wanted to grow. And that's what this was all about, by saying, you know, no more of that. I want some more of this. I want y'all to see this. You didn't like that? Well, you definitely ain't gonna like this. So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to expand. I wanted to grow. And that's what this was all about, by saying, you know, no more of that. I want some more of this. I I want y'all to see this. You didn't like that? Well, you definitely ain't gonna like this. So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to expand. I wanted to grow. And that's what this was all about by saying, no more of that. I want some more of this. I want y'all to see this. You didn't like that? Well, you definitely ain't gonna like this. So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to expand. I wanted to grow. And that's what this was all about by saying, no more of that. I want some more of this. I want y'all to see this. You didn't like that? Well, you definitely ain't gonna like this. So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to expand. I wanted to grow. And that's what this was all about by saying, no more of that. I want some more of this. I want y'all to see this. You didn't like that? Well, you definitely ain't gonna like this. So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to expand. I wanted to grow. And that's what this was all about by saying, no more of that. I want some more of this. I want y'all to see this. You didn't like that? Well, you definitely ain't gonna like this. So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to expand. I wanted to grow. And that's what this was all about by saying, no more of that. I want some more of this. I want y'all to see this. You didn't like that? Well, you definitely ain't.
Do you feel as though mainstream corporate America, when it comes to the record industry, is trying to dumb down the lyrics to keep people in a state of ignorance?
Oh yeah, I mean it's the like they really don't want to hear PE again, man. They don't want to hear no more Public Enemy, man. No. They don't want to hear conscious rap anymore.
Why not?
Well, first of all, it keeps Black America in check because you're only gonna grow. That's another thing, the lyrics today are quick to pick up a gun, and if you're quick to pick up a gun, they got a place for you. They building them every day, so it's a setup, you know what I'm saying? You pick up a gun, or look, let me tell you, I'm slinging cane on the block, but they don't know that's a complete setup, little brother.
Right.
They already got their game down packed.
Right.
Let me talk about conscious rap real quick. Mm-hmm. We know that mainstream is going to promote your Jadakiss. We know they're going to promote your Ludacris. We know they're going to promote your 50 Cent. Mm-hmm. You got some cats out there. You got Common. You got a Mos Def. You have a Talib Kweli. Courtney, where are the female conscious hip-hop artists?
They're out there. I mean, part of, again, because we are talking about mainstream hip-hop, part of the problem is that the market is interested in pushing a particular kind of artist,
That's right?
That's right. Sexism, like I say, hip-hop is a reflection of the society that produces it. Sexism is an American value. Misogyny is an American value. So the fact that female artists don't get the same kind of play, don't get the same kind of marketing, don't get the same kind of support, reflects the fact that people think, record companies think that listeners don't want to hear what female MCs have to say, but they're out there. You have Jean Grey. You have, right here in Austin, we have some sisters who came up from Cuba. Their names are Las Crudas. They're fantastic. They're feminists. They're conscious. They're talking about a lot of real issues, and they're doing it from a global perspective. These are Black women from outside of the U.S. who are doing really, really amazing artistic work.
Exactly.
I mean, they're just so Bahamadia.
Okay.
There's so many.
So you
but
rattled off a
they're
lot
out
of
there.
names. If I'm watching this, or if I'm tired of hearing what's on the radio every day, where can I go to find a Jean Grae? Where can I go to find these other artists that aren't always talked about mainstream?
Well, I would say that I think one of the most important things, and I'm glad that you have D Solo on the show here, is look in your own community. There are a lot of women doing really amazing, beautiful, positive work in their communities as organizers. They're doing work as artists, as graffiti writers, as dancers, as B-girls, as well as MCs, as DJs. We have a number of women in Austin who are also doing things, and I think that part of the work of making hip-hop more positive is something that we can all be proud of, is going back to the community and not looking to record companies or the big names to have role models. But those people are right here.
There are times when you need someone. I will be by your side. There are times when you need someone. I will be by your There are times when you need someone. I will be by your side. There are times when you need someone. I will be by your side. There are times when you need someone. I will be by your side. I take my chances before they pass me by. Oh God. There is a light that shines just for you and me.
Oh, it showed me a lot of things. Number one, it showed me that racism is a learned response. Nobody's born a bigot. You have to teach bigotry, and that's what we do in this country. I found out how it feels to be on the receiving end of racism because I'm blue-eyed, and the brown-eyed children were on the top in that first day. And I found out how it feels to be treated badly by people over whom you have power. because I found out that day that they could kill me, but they couldn't kill the idea. Victor Hugo said, "No force on earth can stop an idea whose time has come." The idea of one race, the human race, is an idea whose time has come. We are not going to be able to stop it no matter what they do. They can elect Trump after Trump after Trump, and that will not stop the idea that there's only one race on the face of the earth. It's the human race, and we are all members of it. You and I are cousins. Now, if you don't like being my cousin, that's too bad for you. But we are all in the same family. We are members of the family of man.
I am Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, your senior drill instructor. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to. And the first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be, sir. Do you maggots understand that? Sir, yes, sir. Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair. Sir, yes, sir. If you ladies leave my island, if you survive recruit training, you will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death, praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized, drag-assing pieces of that amphibian shit. And the first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be, sir. Do you maggots understand that? Sir, yes, sir. Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair. Sir, yes,